Hello everyone. So I thought I'd make a video about healing because it's one of my favorite subjects and I think it's also a misunderstood topic. So for me, healing means we're not only focusing on our traumas or hurts or pains or triggers and things like that. Healing is calling back those parts we disowned. Healing is uncovering, discovering our natural talents, gifts, and abilities. Healing is moving back into our loving essence. It's a welcoming home. It's a journey back home into our truth, into ourselves, into what makes us truly happy. A lot of times if we spend our whole lives focusing on what needs to be healed, that comes from a belief that there's something wrong with you and me. But what if those parts of us that we think need to be healed actually just need to be revealed? What if those parts of us that we call shame are actually our greatest qualities? What if all these things that people teach us about who we are that's bad or wrong isn't bad or wrong? What if we embraced it in the loving and allowed that part of us to reveal its gifts to you and me? It's like there's so much talk about fix, mental concept. I need to stay alert as to my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and that's really important too. But the same token, it's like, where are we just kind of opening? Where are we just expanding? Where are we allowing our energy to flow more freely? Because if we're so caught in the mental, if we're so caught in trying to control, if we're so caught in trying to make things happen, we're not really living in our essence. Now, I know for me, like, whenever I have to write something, I totally get blocked. I was like, ugh, and I'm writing, it's like, it doesn't even make sense. But when I'm just open, when I'm going about my day and I get an idea, I sit down and write and like, shh, it all flows through me. The same with my poetry. You give me a line and I'll just go with it. It's just like, it's natural, but it wasn't always natural for me. Because I had this idea that if I put something out there, it's going to be viewed by other people's eyes and I need to do it perfectly. But what is perfectly? Because everybody sees through their points of views and their perceptions based on what's going on in their consciousness. So if I'm writing something, this person over here may say yay, this person over here may say nay, and this person's like, I don't really care, So am I writing to prove or to get acceptance from others, or am I writing because it feels good to write? Am I writing because it's what I want to do? And I'm writing because when I write, I get to discover more of what's inside of me, especially through my poetry. A lot of my other writings comes through like my past experiences and what I've learned along the way, but sometimes I also get downloads from my higher self, so they kind of meet together and it's so beautiful. It kind of comes together like a puzzle, and when I read it after, I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool, and it's not even about how other people perceive. It's about what I believe about how I'm bringing that energy forth. So meaning if I love it, then it really doesn't matter. Like I remember I wrote a post and this one person told me not to write it that way, that I should write it differently because it may not, she didn't say may not, she was kind of like telling me how I should write it because, people don't think that way. And it was so beautiful because I was like thinking like, I guess I'm writing to get approval from you in order for me to write, So it's just so funny because in the past it would have triggered me. I'd be like, oh no, she doesn't like it. I better not write anymore. And that's how I was when I first started writing. But now I realize that you know what? I write because I write. I write because I want to express. I write because I want to share what is working for me with other human beings, and whether they like it or not, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make my piece, my writings bad or wrong. It doesn't make me bad or wrong, which is going even deeper when we think if we perceive something as bad or wrong, we think we're bad or wrong, and that's why we have that inside. So that's why it's important when we actually clear that stuff inside, and that's where the healing does take place. But remember, healing is not just about our healing our hurts, wounds, and pains. Healing is about revealing our natural talents, gifts, and abilities. It's about allowing ourselves to express naturally, whether or not we make money at it, whether or not people agree, whether or not it's going to be some big achievement, that we're going to get all these kudos for or whatever. We're doing it for ourselves. When we get a desire, a dream, a goal, it's really not about that desire, dream, or goal. It's really about our spirit saying, hey, I want you to get to know more of you. I want you to see what's inside of you. I want you to embrace this. And we think it's about the goal, dream, or desire. Our spirit's like, no, we're helping you learn, or grow, heal, heal. It's learning, growing, and healing is all kind of the same thing. But also, it's like when we move forward in anything, we're going to come up against, or not against, but stuff's going to be pushed to the surface, like, not feeling good enough, fear of criticism, when people, say something about our posts and we take it personally and things like that. It's such an opportunity, a beautiful opportunity to clear that energy so we can flow more freely with our soul's energy. The people who are doing that are really in tune with their soul. They're really in tune with what they're here to do. They're just shining brightly because that's what they care about. They care about doing that more than the outcome. And I invite you to take a step back and look at your life and think see if, am I doing this, whatever I'm doing, because of the outcome, or am I doing it because I want to get to know more of me? Am I doing it for me and my soul's growth and evolution? Am I doing it because it makes me happy? That's the real prize. The bonus is the financial abundance and all that, and people kudoing us or whatever. That's a bonus. The real joy is like, I'm expressing, my energy is moving, I'm getting to know more of me, I'm finding things that I love to do, Sometimes we may get a desire and we think it's coming from our inner fire, but it's actually coming from our condition, and we struggle along the way because we're trying to make it happen because we think mommy and daddy will approve of us, or we think, somebody else will approve of us, and we're like, oh, wait, this isn't feeling right, and that's the thing, is we know the difference between our conditioning and our true heartfelt desires. A heartfelt desire would be like, I am loving this. I'm just doing it because I love to do it. Like for me, making videos, writing books, and doing my writings, and even seeing clients, I do it because I love to do it. And it's so beautiful when you can find that passion, when you can tap into that passion. And it does take healing, but it's a healing into the revealing. So I hope this video inspired you in 5, 10, 15, 20 ways or another. Feel free to reach out for support if you would like support on your journey. I know you could do this if you choose. I believe in you, and I love